chill out now. What do you do? Put your hair on it. Put your hair in. Right. Dedication to those who like home life. You know the home life crew. It's good for you, home life. It's good for you guys. I know. I like my pet, isn't it? Now I appreciate you the well. His father. You make me realise. There. No. We're chilling out tonight. You've done right in the programs as well. We're doing it. Just chill out tonight. And that's doing it. Can hear it. Yeah, that needs charging up. Oh, if it needs charging, God's sake, mate. What can I do with this? Not much. It needs charging. Come in. It's charging. Right. We'll have to take you out there a minute. Put them in here. Direction. There. Right. Why? Come on then. What's we have here? Remember in my head? No, it's over here. Right. Come in.
To comprehend from a modern point of view, from a modern vantage point. Medieval European peasants, and peasants was most of them, the vast majority, about 4 out of every 5 people was a peasant. They lived in a one-room.
What's a peasant?
Just anywhere today. I'm talking about a level of destitution that's difficult to comprehend from a modern point of view, from a modern vantage point. Medieval European peasants, and peasants was most of them, the vast majority, about 4 out of every 5 people was a peasant. They lived in a one-room hut.
What?
Dirt floors. They shared it with their livestock. Literally. Their animals slept in the same space that they slept in for warmth. Sleeping with your goats and sleeping with your pigs. That's your history. The average life expectancy at birth was in the mid-30s.
Whoa.
Half of all children died before the age of 5.
Where's this?
1 in 5 women.
Where's this? Where you getting this
Now,
from?
today is extreme poverty, if it even exists anywhere today. I'm talking about a level of destitution that's difficult to comprehend from a modern point of view, from a modern vantage point. Medieval European peasants, and peasants was most of them, the vast majority, about 4 out of every 5 people was a peasant.
Yes.
They lived in a one-room hut. Dirt floors. They shared it with their livestock. Literally. Their animals slept in the same space that they slept in for warmth.
Stop it.
Sleeping with your goats and sleeping with your pigs. That's your history. The average life expectancy at birth was in the mid-30s. Half of all children died before the age of 5.
Stop it.
1 in 5 women died in childbirth. Famine was absolutely common. It was routine. The Great Famine of the early 14th century killed 10 to 15% of all of Europe's entire population. Then the Black Death came, the bubonic plague. And that took out another third, or some say up to a half of the population of Europe.
About the Black Plague.
This is the conditions that they came from. So understand the real history of the people that we're talking about here.
Very true.
Okay, there was never in history some kind of block of so-called white unity or white fraternity. Nobody ever thought like that. Nobody had anything even remotely like that in their minds. And during all that time, by the way, the church, your church, they owned up to a third of all the land in Europe.
I bet.
The aristocracy owned almost everything else.
And help no one.
And the peasants worked the land. They couldn't leave the land. They had to pay tithes to the church.
Terrible.
They had to pay taxes to the feudal lord.
Terrible.
They couldn't leave the land. They couldn't even get married without permission.
What?
They were literally legally bound to the soil. Not metaphorically, legally. Legally bound. You were a serf. You were a serf. You came with the property. You understand? You came with the property. If the land was...
This is where they're coming from. This is why they are the way they are with us. And they can put cameras in there and watch you and control you and drag you to their cool. Because this is the behaviour of them. This has been them all the while, hiding behind a system where a system doesn't argue with them, just doesn't. We ain't them sort of children, bro. We're to expose your wicked pagan system, Resta, and expose you with it. And you can burn with it as well, bro. It's pure wickedness. Maybe you can go and chuck us in the river and burn us and convince our families to burn us. Are you stupid or what, you're pagan? This is what you do. And you need to start owning it, bro, because we don't want to be involved in that. There's many children that don't want to be involved in that wickedness. Many. And that's what you're hiding behind. And you're getting paid to go and trick children and get them killed, burnt, and sexually abused. You're mad, Rasta.
Of all of Europe's entire population.
Everyone's going to do that just to set out for the riches that we can get ourselves.
That's about another third, or some say up to a half of the population of Europe.
Rasta.
This is the conditions that they came from. So understand the real history of the people that we're talking about here. Okay, there was never in history some kind of block of so-called white unity or white fraternity. Nobody ever thought like that. Nobody had anything even remotely like that in their minds. And during all that time, by the way, the church, your church, they owned up to a third of all the land in Europe. The aristocracy owned almost everything else. And the peasants worked the land. They couldn't leave the land. They had to pay tithes to the church. They had to pay taxes to the feudal lord. They couldn't leave the land. They couldn't even get married without permission. They were literally legally bound to the soil. Not metaphorically, legally bound. You were a serf. You were a serf. You came with the property. You understand? You came with the property. If the land was sold, you were sold with it. That's your history. You weren't human beings. You were farm tools. You were instruments. Instruments for other people who you would later classify as white, but who did not see you and who did not treat you in any way whatsoever as equals. They didn't even treat you as human beings. They didn't treat you as people. White on white subjugation.
Hi guys.
White on white predation.
I don't know what happened. It just went
That's
out.
the history of Europe. That's the history of Europe. White on white violence.
Right.
White on white war, conflict.
This will be read in about 5 minutes. The 20 most disturbing quotes that we read in about 20 minutes. To send. Cut that P. Right? And it's been in some of ours. Sensational. Soul food. Weird. That's what's happening to my teeth again. Yeah.
Right, and if you're paying attention, that's Europe's future too.
Nice.
That's their future too. That's where they're going. And if you're paying attention, you'll notice that not much at all has changed.
It hasn't changed.
Even after they started calling themselves so-called white instead of calling themselves English, or calling themselves white instead of French or German or what have you. The same system is essentially what you have right now in America. That's the feudal system. Europe's great civilizational achievement. The feudal system, before they went out and colonized everyone else. And that's still what you have today. In fact, it's the only organizational approach that you have to your society. Centuries later. Now, I've talked before about how in Europe, across Europe, before Christianity, these people were pagans. They worshipped the jinn. They had relationships with the jinn, with the shayateen.
With the jinn.
That's not me saying so. This is the historical record.
Stop it.
This is the historical record. The Germanic tribes, Odin, Thor, they had blood sacrifices. Yes, blood sacrifices. They did that. They did animals mostly, but they also did human sacrifices, and that is documented. They sacrificed human beings. The Norse people too. Seasonal ritual offerings, that included humans. The Vikings and whatnot.
The Vikings.
We all know they used to hurl old people off of the mountaintops. When they got too old, they'd throw them off a cliff.
When they got too
you
old,
had the Druids among the Celtic people. They had these large wicker structures into which they would put human beings, and they would set them on fire, burn them alive as offerings.
Burn them alive.
Oh, these were brutal people.
Just stop it, brutally, the word and the bells ringing. So you don't write it true. I mean, guys, come on, have you ever changed? Huh? You still behaving like that with the theatre and the children of the Talmud. Have you ever changed? You still think it's alright to burn children, huh? And chuck them in the river, and turn your face to it. But Jesus is going to say to you, depart from me. I didn't know you. Why? Because you bleed and live lawlessly. You come from a town where they say, we live lawlessly. It's the whole law. And then you want us to recognize you. Yeah, I'm sure I am. And then you're going to change them laws. And then in them laws, we also can say, we don't protect nursing infants. Why? Because we do as we will. It's the whole law. I said, damn. That's so easy for you, isn't it? You pillage, you savage, you pirate. God, what else can we call him? Oh gosh.
And they would set them on fire, burn them alive as offerings.
And you think wearing a suit is going to cover you like you're half decent? A suit? Really? That just brings back memories. The only thing that's missing from that is the hat and the whip. The only thing that's missing, right? Because those wicked, right, cruel, vicious, savage slave masters, yeah, when they open their missus's foot from that warm womb, not, it's just a womb, you come out, right? So it continues. You know, you keep 24% of the wealth, and then you give 1% of the wealth, so they can never climb. They can always be your Bonnie and Clyde, always, right? But guess what? The richest part was taken away from everyone, right? So it's a level playing field, and you'll be running behind women. Why? Because you can't even do the basics, and you're going to find out now. Because you cannot do the basics, and you hate women, and she'll make sure that you stay over there and become the tramp that you are, because you ain't going to be able to keep yourself clean. You ain't going to be able to budget and do the stuff you need to do. So you're going to go back to being a caveman that you are, Rasta. Watch and see. You don't even wash. You even keep yourself clean. Watch and see that.
Oh, these were brutal people.
Brutal people.
The devils that they worship commanded.
Brutal people. The devils that they worship. Brutal people. And then they want to come and hide. Listen, support your devil. Tell the people about your devil. Right? Because you want to come and say that you're half decent. You don't even know who you're decent to. Oh, what's his name? God? Oh, what's his name? Look, no, they're titles. What you're hiding behind. Titles like Lord and Sir. These are just titles that you give idiot sons. Right? So what happened to the emperor and the empress? We ask him. Huh? What happened to the emperor and the empress? Too high, wasn't it? It was way too high. You know, your life would have come crumbling down then, wouldn't it? But it's coming crumbling down now. Because no king has ever had cancer. And no king will cheat on his wife. Or get caught saying, I wish I was a Tampax, I would go inside of you. And has no shame. Still walks around like he's some sort of king. I mean, Rasta, he is. He's the king of oppression. That's right, Nessa. Right? And you cannot honor someone who hasn't got the qualities that you need to be a king. This is why they don't have an emperor or an empress. They damn tramp. And you cannot be a king who oppresses his people and never gives to his people. Not one thing does he give. Prince Trust Fund, be quiet. I've already had money off that. That is not for the people. Right? That is, oh, you got to reach a certain age, you got to sit around a table where you got all these other people around you, then you got to have someone to mentor you. There's a lot of work with that, but we've still done it anyway. That's not giving someone something. You got to jump through so many hoops. Damn tramp. And you got to pay it back. Well, we didn't pay it back. And so, and you give me extra. You give me $3,000. You only had to give 1,500 only. But you give me extra. I mean, appreciate that. My father said, spend it on drugs. So you ain't buying a sound system with it. Why not, father? No, not from them. Spend it on drugs. And I did. I started selling. You're not doing it with them. You're not using their money to do music. I will do it when I'm ready. Spend it on drugs. And I did. I bought ads heroin and just started selling. I've become a big seller. You damn right did. He said, no, not their money. Their money's cursed. Use drugs with that and give it to drug people. I said, all right, father. We did. Damn tramp.
Too. Seasonal ritual offerings that included humans.
Don't want your blood
the
money.
Vikings and whatnot.
Money. Don't drug money.
We all know they used to hurl old people off of the mountaintops. When they got too old, they throw them off a cliff. Among the Druids, among the Celtic people, they had these large wicker structures in which they would put human beings, and they would set them on fire, burn them alive as offerings.
Burning people.
Oh, these were brutal people. The devils that they worshiped commanded them to do all sorts of heinous things. This is the history. The days of the week in English still carry the names of their pagan gods. And Germanic false gods. Wednesday is Woden's Day. Thursday is Thor's Day.
Listen to the gods, mate. Listen to them. Listen to them, guys. Because this is the dance that Father's going to be telling you about. Why are you worshipping these gods?
History. The days of the week in English still carry the names of their pagan gods. The Germanic false gods. Wednesday is Woden's Day. Thursday is Thor's Day. Thor. Friday is Frigg's Day. Saturday is the Saturn, the day for Saturn. Your calendar is an artifact of your mushrik satanic history. You can't deny it. And Christianity, when it came to Europe, it did not actually displace any of this. It adapted to it, or rather it got adapted by it. European Christianity is very foreign to what they practice in the region where Nabi Isa, where Prophet Jesus actually lived. I mean, calling their religion Christianity is like saying that Pat Boone's version of Little Richard songs sounds the same. You still had idol worship. You still had polytheism, praying to Mary, praying to saints and whatnot. Your pagan festivals got Christian names. Your pagan sacred sites got churches built on top of them. And the folk traditions, the charms, the hexes, the magical beliefs, the nature worship and whatnot, all of this persisted for centuries underneath the official religion. And in fact, they still do persist. You have to take note of that. It's very important to take note of that. I told you before. You know, people talk about China, people talk about India or Egypt or what have you, but Europe probably has the longest continuous congruent culture on the earth. They have been incredibly resistant to changing or developing. It's astonishing. Whatever comes to them becomes like them. Or else they'll fight tooth and nail against it. This is a culture that cannot be reformed. It cannot be reformed. It can only be papered over. That's all they've ever done. They rebrand, but they don't change. There's only ever been cosmetic changes to that culture. And this is extremely important for you to understand.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a serious mistake to think that so-called Western civilization is a modern thing. People think of it like that.
Oh, God.
People think of it like that. As if Europeans just suddenly sprang forth as a totally changed people after the Dark Ages.
Dark Ages.
You know, they sprang forth as these great enlightened, rational, scientific, humanitarian thinkers or something out of nowhere. You know, they like to partition their history like that. They like to partition their history. There was the before and there's the after. That's this sort of partitioning. That was then, this is now. Let's not talk about the then. But no, understand, this is an ancient people. This is an ancient people, and they are more resistant to change and more resistant to reform and rehabilitation than any other people on the face of this earth. You think industrialization changed them? Like, as soon as they got machines and as soon as they got gunpowder, somehow that caused a sudden, rapid maturation process, a refinement and advancement in their character? No, not at all. You know how like the West, the term the West is synonymous with modernity, as if some highly advanced, you know, intelligent life forms, some extraterrestrial life forms, landed in Europe in the 1800s. And they have no other history before that. No, this is a people, the European people. This is a people who are ancient and whose ways and whose culture has remained absolutely consistent for the last 10,000 years. I'm telling you, things that they were doing and ways that they were acting 10,000 years ago, they were doing those same things 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago, 10 years ago, and this morning. They're pre-modern in the modern age. It's 2026, but they're still prehistoric. I'm telling you, in their minds. So you understand, I'm talking about the origins of the culture, the origins of the system that you're all in over there in America right now. The origins and the originators. And that's the culture and that's the system that all of you have absorbed, that all of you have been affected and infected by. No matter where you sit in the social and economic hierarchy of that country, it doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter. You're seeing the world through a prehistoric lens. And it's not even the lens of your own original culture. The original lens of your own actual people, if you're a so-called minority in America, a member of the global majority in America. That lens has been grafted onto your perspective. Now you can't even see through your own natural eyes anymore. You only see through their eyes.
This $10 pen fixed what $1,000 worth of creams couldn't, because this yellow crust is why your nail fungus won't go away. Okay, it might look gross, but you need to see this. That thick, discolored buildup isn't just ugly, it's fungus buried deep under your nail. Left untreated, it causes thick, brittle nails that make you want to hide your feet in socks all year round.
See, everything that Europe was about for the last 10 millennia, they brought that over to America when they started that mess. Except that they honed it, they streamlined it, they whittled it down to its core base components. America is the concentrated version. And with every single year, every passing year, they get more and more down to the bone about it. They get more and more down to the bone. They whittle it more down. I'm telling you that they're going more and more back to the original version, the 10,000 years ago version. And you know that occult tradition I was talking about with the jinn worship in Europe, that didn't die out with so-called modernity and the Industrial Revolution and whatever, the Satanism, the jinn worship and what have you. No, it went covert. It went covert and then it re-emerged in like the 18th century and 19th century. Freemasonry, Rosicrucianism, the Hermetic Order, Aleister Crowley, Theosophy, I've talked about that before. That's all European. All emerging from what their scholars call the Western esoteric tradition, which is nothing but a continuous thread running from pre-Christian paganism through the Renaissance to the occult revival into the modern secret societies that were behind, or that shaped anyway, the founding of America itself. I mean, you know that the founding fathers were not what you would call Orthodox or normal Christians. Many of them...
They're founding fathers. They're the poison. They're founding fathers. They're the ones who changed that Bible. Them boys. Do you understand us all?
Secret societies that were behind, or that shaped anyway, the founding of America itself. I mean, you know that the founding fathers were not what you would call Orthodox or normal Christians. Many of them were so-called deists. A significant number of them were Freemasons. Washington was, Franklin was, Hamilton was, and so forth. Okay, so that's your founding spiritual heritage. Again, these are just historical facts. This is just for the record and from the record. This is the background. This is the genealogy of your society. You know, when I talked about before, when someone online is wearing filters, or someone has had extensive cosmetic surgery to try to make themselves look more beautiful than they really are, than they are naturally. Well, there are two underlying elements to that, or maybe three motives. I mean, not elements, motives. One is a sense of inadequacy, and the other is envy. And the third motive is that old predatory motive. You know, the filter as camouflage, as a hunting strategy. Look like what you're not, because if you look like what you are, you won't be able to get close to your prey. So you have to change your appearance and make yourself prettier. So the envy is real, the civilizational envy is real, and the sense of inadequacy is real. The European Renaissance, so-called, they'll tell you that that was the great sort of spontaneous flowering of great Western genius. But no, the Renaissance was a copy and paste project. That was copy and paste. Arabic texts were translated into Latin in Toledo and in Sicily. The Islamic world had preserved and had corrected and had improved Greek philosophy, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy, while the Europeans were in what they called their Dark Ages. While they were still in their Dark Ages. They called it the Dark Ages because Europe was dark. The rest of the world wasn't dark. Baghdad wasn't dark. They had the House of Wisdom. They was producing brilliant scholars, one after another. Cordoba was the most literate city in all of Europe because of us. We made it that.
Still not bad.
With libraries that dwarfed anything available in the rest of the continent, in Europe or in France, in UK, what have you. While they were still defecating where they stood, their aristocrats were defecating where they stood, their peasants were dying of disease and being told by their priests that the earth was the center of the universe. We gave you algebra. Ibn Sina's Canon of Medicine was the standard medical textbook in European universities all the way up until the 17th century. The numerals that you use, the Arabic numerals, they're Arabic numerals. And that came to you through the Islamic world from India. The concept of zero, without which your entire computational civilization is impossible. That came by that same route. The navigational tools that enabled European exploration, the astrolabe, and so forth, improvements to the compass and so on, all of that came from us. All of that came from the Muslim world, from the Islamic world, and you took it. Paper came from China, also through the Islamic world to Europe. And then you used that paper to write your claims of civilizational superiority. And then after having absorbed all of this information that we provided to you, after you translated it, after you adapted it, and in most cases you did not credit the source of it, Europe then got to proclaim itself as the summit, the pinnacle of human achievement. The Athens miracle, the Greek miracle, Western tradition, which later became great white tradition, all rising up from the brilliant philosophers of Athens. The irony is that when you came up with the concept of whiteness, Greeks themselves weren't even included as white. You know, you talk about Rome, but you didn't even consider Italians as white either. Yes, you didn't even think of the people who you now hail as the originators of white Western civilization, the Athenians and the Romans. You didn't even consider those people as white. See, this is another layer of the unreality in your frameworks. The precise origin of the racial concept is documented. We know Bacon's Rebellion in Virginia in 1676, black and white indentured servants, both of them indentured servants, enslaved Africans and poor European workers, united in an armed uprising against the planter class. They burned down Jamestown. They terrified the colonial elite because what they demonstrated was that class was more real to these people than the color line. Poor Europeans and enslaved Africans had more in common with each other than they had in common with the people at the top, than they had with the plantation owners. So the elite manufactured a solution. They created race. And within 30 years of the Bacon's Revolution, or Rebellion, Virginia had passed the slave codes of 1705, legally defining who was white and what whites were entitled to, and what Africans could be subjected to. For the first time in legal history, white appeared as a formal category with attached privileges. In exchange for those privileges, they were conscripted into the enforcement of the racial order. That's what whiteness is. That's what whiteness is at its origin. It's not a biological fact, obviously. It's not even a cultural heritage. It's a loyalty badge. It's an agreement between the planter class and the poor European workers. We will give you a psychological wage, we'll give you a status, a rung above someone else on the ladder, and in exchange for that, you agree to defend the system that is also exploiting you. Right. Because at least you're not at the bottom, so be thankful for that. Right, David Roediger, called this the wages of whiteness. W.E.B. Du Bois identified it even before him. Read Theodore Allen. He documented it extensively. Theodore Allen. The mechanism is not disputed. This is a historical reality. And from that point on, whiteness was elastic. The definition of who counted as white would shift based on the needs of the economy and the needs of the political moment. The Irish, my ancestors, they came to America in the millions, fleeing from the Great Famine, which wasn't a famine at all. It was an imposed starvation because occupied white Ireland, occupied by the white English, they were forced to export their food to white England because the British needed their grain more than the Irish apparently needed to live. 1 million Irish people died. Another million of them emigrated. And when they arrived in America, they were not considered white. You see political cartoons from Harper's Weekly that depicted them with ape-like features, alongside similar caricatures of black Americans. They were called white Negroes. Frederick Douglass, when he met the Irish in Ireland, he saw for himself what the British colonialism had done to them, and he said it wasn't very much different from what had been done to his people. He couldn't help but note the irony of the Irish immigrants arriving in America and immediately taking the side of the slaveholders so that they could claim the privilege of whiteness that they had been denied at home. The Irish became white in America by doing what whiteness required, distancing themselves from black Americans, so-called black Americans, filling the police forces, and enforcing the racial order. See, they paid the admission price. And this, by the way, no matter how many St. Patty's Day parades you hold over there in America, no matter how much green beer you drink, no matter how many shamrocks you plaster on your jacket, this behavior of the Irish immigrants coming to America has alienated the Irish in Ireland from Irish Americans forever. Because they adopted the oppressor's lens. They absorbed the oppressor's culture. And like I say, even the Italians were not white. In the American South, listen to this, in the American South in the late 19th century, at home, the Irish became white in America by doing what whiteness required, distancing themselves from black Americans, so-called black Americans, filling the police forces, and enforcing the racial order. See, they paid the admission price. And this, by the way, no matter how many St. Patty's Day parades you hold over there in America, no matter how much green beer you drink, no matter how many shamrocks you plaster on your jacket, this behavior of the Irish immigrants coming to America has alienated the Irish in Ireland from Irish Americans forever. Because they adopted the oppressor's lens. They absorbed the oppressor's culture. And like I say, even the Italians were not white. In the American South, listen to this, in the American South in the late 19th century, Italians, particularly from the southern part of Italy, they were classified somewhere between white and black. They lived in black neighborhoods. They were basically segregated in terms of where they lived. They worked alongside black workers. They were sometimes subject to the same Jim Crow restrictions. And in 1891, in New Orleans, 11 Italian immigrants were dragged from a prison by a mob, and they were all lynched. And this is actually the largest mass lynching in American history. Italians. The men had already been acquitted in court, but it didn't matter. They were acquitted, but it didn't matter. The mob came for them anyway, and that mob was led by some of the most prominent citizens in New Orleans. Citizens who later became mayors, who later became governors, and renowned politicians. I bet you didn't know that that's the origin of Columbus Day. The lynching of Italian Americans, yes. Because it caused an international incident, and the United States government had to pay a small reparation to their families, and as a symbolic concession to Italian Americans, they created Columbus Day as a federal celebration in 1892. Imagine. And that's how Italians became white in America. It's an incoherent concept on every level, I'm telling you. The Polish, the Slavs, the Eastern Europeans, and so forth, they were categorized in the early 20th century by American eugenicists as racially inferior to Northwestern Europeans. You see, I told you they've always detested each other. They can't stand each other. There's a book by Madison Grant called The Passing of the Great Race, and they explicitly ranked Eastern Europeans as below the Anglo-Saxons and the Nordics. You know, Trump is going on and on about immigration and so forth, talking about bad hombres, and they're not sending us their best people and so forth, as if the best of any country would ever set foot in America. But there was an immigration act called the Immigration Restriction Act in 1924, and that was specifically designed to limit Eastern European immigration because they saw Eastern European people as racially undesirable in their country. That's what their so-called scientists told them. Don't even talk about the Jews. The Jews, obviously, they were classed completely separately from all other types of people. Those same eugenicists who ranked the Slavs also ranked the Jews, and they said that they were a distinct and threatening racial category. Madison Grant, Lothrop started the whole American academic mainstream of eugenics. Understand, these were not fringe figures. These were Harvard professors. They were cited by legislators. Think about that when you glorify those Ivy League schools. And when you think about your senators, or you think that your senators or your congresspeople actually stand for some kind of moral values. Now, these Neanderthal bigots were among your most celebrated intellectuals, and they were nothing but Neanderthal bigots.
Right.
Their work was translated into German, and it was praised by Adolf Hitler. He said that he had a debt. He owed a debt to American race science. He said that in Mein Kampf. Speaking of Germans, the Germans are the single largest ancestry group living in America today. Roughly 1 in every 7 Americans has German heritage. I also have German heritage. On my mother's side.
German. English, royal family. All Germans, they celebrate with the Germans on that Christmas nonsense stuff. That Ninrad and all that foolish Christmasness. Simras,
their work was translated into German, and it was praised by Adolf Hitler. He said that he had a debt. He owed a debt to American race science.
Wickedness.
He said that in Mein Kampf. Speaking of Germans, the Germans are the single largest ancestry group living in America today.
Damn.
Roughly 1 in every 7 Americans has German heritage. I also have German heritage.
Not me, sir.
On my mother's side.
Not me, sir.
If you go back far enough, even the Germans themselves were categorized as barbarians. Now, they were pretty much always classified as white. Ever since white became a category, they were pretty much always considered white. But in America, they were subjected to intense suspicion and cultural erasure during both World Wars, World War I and World War II. There were even German Americans who were put into internment camps, like the Japanese were. Okay? Now the English, that's the original template. That's the original WASP template. The white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. That's the foundational American identity. I think everyone knows that. That's the official, original version of American whiteness. Right? The Puritans of New England, the plantation aristocracy of Virginia, the Scot-Irish that settled in Appalachia and so forth. Those were ones that they became known as the redneck.
Yeah. Say what? Super DJ.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Invest. Shush, buddy, what is that? We create our structure. What can I say? Probably a good day today. Just a matter of today, innit? That's a matter. I like to get our game tail. Taking our game tail. I've got a bit through to it now. I've got a nice early one day. Trying to get to this region. Press-ups, no. Press-ups, please. Pull-ups, no. That sounds frightening. You want me to pull-ups? No. Boy. Oh, me. Boy. Oh, lovely bitch. Please. You're making me blush. Stop it. Oh, me. Boy. Oh, I'd rather be than be with you. Well, loving you. Love my boy. I love my boy. Day will make the way for night.
ray of sun that touches me when the morning comes. Feels good to me. When my love and me. Smoother and a gentle breeze. All of me. Oh. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Well, loving you. Well. Day will make a way for night. All we need is candlelight and the song. Well, soft and long. Yeah. Glad to be here alone with the love unlike no other. Yep. Sad to see. Yep. Good to go. And we were rising slowly, coming into view. I want to be leaving for the love. All that I'm giving is for the love of you. Oh, yes, I am. Lovely as the ray of sun that touches me when the morning comes. It feels good to me. Well, my love and me. Smoother than a gentle breeze, flowing through my mind with ease, softness and breeze. Well, when you're loving me, love to be riding the wave of your love and chanting with your touch and sing to me. We could sail together in and out of misery. Well, I wanna be living for the love of you. Well, all that I'm giving is for the love of you. Paradise I have with it. Can't be insecure again with the key. Well, this I see. Oh, yes, I see. Now and then I lose my way, using words that try to say what I feel. Might as well sign my name on a card that would make it better. Time will tell, 'cause it seems like I've done all about all that I
No problem, no man. I know, look at this already. I already just put some chicken already. Amen. One comment. Which one this one now? This was the Hebrew one. This one now. Right, okay. So Dana can just relax now. Just relax. It's relax. Right, okay. Sit right there, this one. Okay. Alright, let's see. Right. Wait, that can't be right. Where is it? No, that's not right. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. No, it's not the right number. No. It's not the right number. Yep. Yeah, but you see it there for people, right? Ah, okay. So I think they're the same. They're the same side. They take it off. Then there's nothing here. What it means is that when they were processing it, they found that part for some reason. So that's why. So no matter what you do, I've seen it initially. I thought I was confused. So I don't see that later on. So they're taking it off. Yeah. So. And then they took it up. Yeah. And then they took it up.
Your own effective exercise. You know, it's true. Even talk like a grown up. You wish you could talk.
You see what they've done with the Torah? Taking it out. You see what these wicked people are like?
Grown up, you wish.
Right to the beginning, and then just took it out. They are wicked demons, then. Wicked demons. You know you're wicked in it, demon. You know people are finding you out in it. You're a demon, Dan. You're a demon. See, people don't like you, demon. You're a demon, Dan. You're a wicked demon, Dan. When they control people. You're a demon, Esther. You're a horrible demon, bro. When they control people's lives, tell people what they can and can't do. You're an idiot, bro. You're a proper demon, Esther. Proper demon, scared of truth. Petrified of truth, then. Petrified of it. What a demon. So we must live in lies because you're petrified of it. You're a demon, Esther. It's a demon. So what you're going to do is do this. Oh, it's a demon, bro. Control of white people. Dangerous demon. Getting found out.
Thanks for the hillbillies or what have you.
Hillbillies.
These are the building blocks.
Demons.
These are the building blocks of the founding
Dangerous,
cultural DNA of that country. I'm
That
telling you,
country,
forget about
God's
white
sake.
and actually learn about those people's history
Learn about
back
them,
where
yes.
they came from.
Oh,
The Anglo-Saxons, the English,
yeah. Oh.
the French, the Germans.
Dangerous,
right?
bro.
These are the main groups. These are your main groups in America.
Dangerous.
The origins of the American psyche. So when you know what they were like back in their lands of origin, if you know what they were like, then it's no wonder that the founding culture of America was built on stolen land.
Exactly.
It was built on enslaved labor.
Exactly.
It was built on a set of decorative ideological documents declaring all men created equal, while viewing only their own kindred as men, their only skin tone as men. Understand, this isn't hypocrisy. Not in the ordinary sense. No, they're being completely consistent. They're being completely consistent with their ancestral culture and their ancestral thinking. Dehumanization is an unspoken but fully understood and fully accepted component of their framing of equality. See, they'll say all people are equal, but what they won't say, but what they believe, is that not all people are people.
Dangerous demon, Dan.
Watch this. You enter basic details, like your name and date of birth, into this free refund check, and it tracks down every car finance deal you've had between 2007 and 2021, and checks them for potential refunds. No finance details or finance documents are required. The whole thing takes 60 seconds. The free check is attached to this video, so give it a go yourself.
Carry on telling truth, Dan. You know what happened, my guys? You know the Talmud? I put it on there, right? It wiped it off quickly. You know the piece of paper, this.
Do you have cavities or holes in your teeth? Bad breath or yellow teeth?
On the video, you see it from the beginning. It's on in the beginning, and then he wiped it off. And then he wiped it off. It's there, and then he wiped it off. So if it's not true, why are you wiping it off for? You're a devil, Resta. And Father's gonna get you, bro. Watch me. Father's gonna get you. This is only what he's telling his infants to write. Imagine when he comes to get you. You damn tramp. Still hiding behind lies, yeah? You're not so mighty now, are you? We want to hurt people and make people homeless. We know why you want to make people homeless. Father's going to make you
Don't
homeless.
pull your teeth out.
Him.
Amylane tooth armor contains
And if you're homeless, we'd be
hydroxyapatite,
covered.
a natural
Don't worry
component of
about that
tooth
rubbish.
enamel.
Worry about
It helps
truth.
fill cracks and small
That's what we're
holes,
worried about.
repair damaged enamel,
Not your
and restore
dirty
your
lies,
teeth's
brother.
strength
Tell
and
me the
shine.
truth. You wanna
It's
come on white
fluoride-free, dentist developed, and specially
Nasty.
designed for people with cavities and sensitive teeth.
These people.
Safe, gentle, and effective. If you often have
Sure.
toothaches, can't sleep at night, or notice holes in your teeth, this is exactly what you need. Use it morning and night to keep your mouth fresh and your teeth healthier.
Don't pull out any of your teeth. No matter how good dentures are, they can never replace your natural teeth. If you have cavities, loose teeth, receding gums, or bad breath, I suggest you try this tooth protector with nano-hydroxyapatite. It contains hydroxyapatite, the main component of our enamel, which helps fight cavities and promotes tooth remineralization. I've tried it myself. It truly reversed my cavities and strengthened my teeth. So, throw away your fluoride toothpaste and switch to this one.
I lost 4 teeth because my enamel was so weak, and now I've got these massive gaps in the bottom jaw where my molars should be. So when I find something that helps me feel like I'm actually taking care of my teeth again, I don't gatekeep it. These dental tooth armor drops are made with nano-hydroxyapatite, which is a natural material that actually makes up our tooth enamel. It's been known to fill cracks and holes within the teeth and repair damaged enamel.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching this video from. Again, I'm your host and pre-Zantage Stories. Now, it comes a moment when all everyone wants is just the truth.
That's it.
And people need to be told the truth about everything that is going on. And I think currently we are now getting to understand the invention of whiteness, because the invention of whiteness came as a fear of unity, or as a fear of people knowing the truth. And white people are getting to learn that they were lied to. They were lied to about their greatness. And as time goes by, they're still lied to. How? Because they're told that they're still great, they're told that their ancestors invented so and so. When we get to look at the reality, I don't think it matches that, because people who knows history will tell you the origin of everything, will tell you the origin of whiteness, will tell you how civilization came to be. Civilization didn't start by didn't start by Columbus. It started with black people. Look at the civilization and everything that black people has brought. Look at the lives that black people lived. This all shows you that we're talking about an instance, we're talking about a scenario, we're talking about part of history, we're talking about the legendary living of black people before whiteness ruined everything.
Of course it did.
Right. Because when you get to look at the history of the moves, you get to understand, you get to see that black people showed them a couple of things. How to cook, how to bathe, and even how to eat. Yes. You might think that I'm lying, but check that out. That's part of history. And this is something that they will never want to tell you, because it seemingly looks like it's diminishing them. But all they want to do, they want to put themselves here. But we all know that that's not the reality. That's not where they belong, at least. We all know the truth. You get to understand that the narratives that they give you in regards to black people and the history of blackness,
you're swiping it off.
And symbolically, blackness is used to show something bad. And who told you that blackness means something bad? And who told you that whiteness means something good? They used all these symbols to confuse you. But at the end of the day, the elites, the people who invented whiteness, they benefited enormously, because now they turned white people against blacks. And what did this mean? This meant that black people will be working, because now they are supervised by a couple of white people that have been given privilege to do ABCD. And the privilege that they gave them also privilege to change history. They gave them privilege to do what they want, change things to look different and not the same the way it used to be. So when you get to look at things, when you get to check all this, how whiteness came, it has never been fair. It has always been rated on the path of a white person. That's how it has always been written. It has never been written in regards to black people. So the moment you get to understand that, you get to see the reality of things, you get to see the reality of matter, and how all these things goes. And I think that makes sense to you, because look at the fact that you are competing with a group of people that had to falsify their history, had to fake their history, because they were so much afraid of you. They were so much afraid of the greatness that your history came with. And now all that they could do is to lie. That's all they could do. All they could do is to lie, because this is one thing that they have always wanted to do. So when whiteness was invented as a result of, it came from a point of fear. It came from a point of fear that if black people know the truth, if black people knew about themselves, the knowledge about themselves, it would
diminish the whole white
it
stuff.
will make them start looking things differently. But well, I'm glad that we are having these conversations. That's what I'm glad for. We are having these conversations and we are all getting to see the root cause of the problems that we are having right now. We are getting to see the truth. And it's being exposed in the broad daylight. So I just want to say shout out to Shade Bolson for shedding light on this topic and showing the reality, showing the psychology of whiteness, showing how they think about other people and how they think about themselves. They think that they are always greater than anybody else. And they come first and other group of people follow. That's how they've always been thinking. That's the path that they follow. Because that's their thinking, that's their logic, that's how they view things, that's their reality, because they were lied to by the elites to view things in a given way. And it's fair to them that that's how they see things. But when you get to look at the reality, when you get to see the reality, you understand that things don't move the way you want. There are people who owns history, and there are people who indeed, they are the history. So people who own history is writing upon people who lived history. And I'm talking about black people, people who live history, and people who has a pen and a paper, has power to write anything about themselves and to write negative things about you. And that's what Columbus did. When he got into America, he got black people there first. Black people already there. But they managed to lie. So brothers and sisters, please let me know what you all think about this. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Tech Stories, and if you're tuning in for the first time, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get to see what I can offer you. For those who are always coming back, watching my videos, man, I'm really, really grateful for the support that you all are giving me. But until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.
We promise a tenfold refund if it doesn't work. Traditional dentures can lead to jawbone loss and alter your facial contour over time, but this denture completely avoids such issues. It can be fitted in just 1 second and is suitable for everyone. Whether you have a full set of teeth, are partially edentulous, or completely toothless, there's no need for adhesives, dentists, or appointments. Simply soak it in hot water to activate the elastic material, bite down to fit it to your unique oral shape, and you'll have new dentures in just minutes. My friends all say they look so realistic, just like dental implants. This product addresses tooth loss and looseness at the root, solving issues like sensitivity and chewing difficulties. Made from soft silicone, it's suitable for any oral condition, extremely durable, and has no foreign body sensation, with international standard certification. No more spending big money at dental clinics for dentures. We also promise a full refund if it doesn't perform like real teeth. They won't rub or slip, providing a secure and natural wearing experience, allowing you to eat whatever you want. I can speak clearly and smile without any worries. I've been wearing them for several months, and they still feel like new. They look even better than the dentures my dentist made, and I installed them myself at home. Say goodbye to expensive orthodontic treatments and dental implants. This invisible dental appliance solves all...
Yes, I mean, goodness sake, sorry. Right, that one, and that one. No.
Well, it is Iceberg, you know, dear.
Our story begins in Columbus, Georgia. On the morning of January 4th, 2016, Columbus 911 received an alarming call.
Columbus 911 was added to the Please send someone, please. I want to kill my family. Someone took your family? I want to kill my family. All my family's dead. My son. My granddaughter's dead. Hold on. So, partner or resident? Resident. Resident. What's your name? My name's Robert Short. I take her fucking no, they've been
Officers responded to a home in the community of Upatoy. Corporal John Pappy, consistent with protocol, parked his cruiser on the street. He walked up the driveway and entered the residence. He and his fellow officers coordinated the clearing of the house.
Sure, but take care.
Corporal Pappy said he saw 2 victims lying on the ground, blood all around them. He could tell they were deceased. The officers made their way further into the home, reaching the master bedroom walk-in closet. That is where they found a young man lying on the ground, bound with tape. Corporal Pappy said he had seen many things being ex-military, but this was one of the most horrific scenes he'd witnessed.
You got an open window right there.
The scene was consistent with a burglary where they ended up murdering everybody in the house. Detective Alan Malone spoke with Robert Short, the homeowner who called 911. He identified the bodies as his wife, 54-year-old Gloria Short, his son, 17-year-old Caleb Short, and his granddaughter, 10-year-old Gianna Lindsay. Shamika Averett said her mom was a loving and energetic person. She was everybody's mom and loved by all. Shamika's daughter's name was Gianna, but everyone called her Gigi. Shamika said that Gigi and Gloria were extremely close. Shamika, Caleb's sister, knew him as her little baby because she was 17 years old when he was born. She remembers coming home from college and seeing a beautiful little boy. Lindsay Robertson, Shamika's sister, said that it was difficult knowing that Caleb and Gigi didn't get to live their lives. Gigi didn't get to go to middle school, high school, a dance, or have a boyfriend. Lindsay said that she was left lost. Due to the size of the home, Detective Malone knew it would take a significant amount of time to process the scene for evidence. Lieutenant Mike Myhand said the scene was horrific. Gloria was lying at the end of the hallway in a pool of blood. As he walked past Gloria, Gianna was visible in the living room. Gianna suffered very brutal injuries, especially to a 10-year-old girl. He observed Gloria and Gianna wrapped in blue painter's tape and duct tape. Next to Gianna was a 20-pound dumbbell with blood on it. They surmised that the assailant used the dumbbell to at least beat Gianna. Caleb's body was in the master bedroom walk-in closet. Caleb had small pieces of grass on his socks, so they knew he had spent some time outside. The development led them to the backyard, where they found pieces of duct tape. Detectives brought Robert Short to the station for questioning.
Reordering ink with Incredible is super simple. They include a QR code on the back of each pack. If you scan that with your phone, it'll take you through to the exact page for your ink cartridges, and the QR code automatically applies a discount code. And you've got an option there for express delivery if you need them super quick. You'll have them in no time, you get them installed in your printer, and it really is as simple as that.
Let's see that video. Can't have that kid, too much information in it. Smelly.
If you're tired of constantly changing glasses, you must try this.
Throw away your outdated reading glasses and expensive progressive lenses. One pair of glasses can meet all your needs. The smart automatic focusing glasses from Gina, the optical city of Germany, require no vision test and can capture your vision needs in real time. Whether you want to see the tiny text on your phone, work at your computer, or drive safely, these glasses can automatically focus within 0.1 seconds. Thanks to advanced progressive technology from Berlin, you'll experience a smooth visual transition without dizziness. It feels like regaining the eyesight of a 20-year-old. They were initially tailored for top optical giants. The frames are made of ultralight aerospace-grade titanium, lighter than a coin and almost indestructible. Even if you accidentally sit on them, they can instantly bounce back. Moreover, they come equipped with smart blue light filtering and automatic color changing functions. As soon as you step outside, they instantly become high-end sunglasses. For this reason, they are the choice of senior management in Frankfurt's banking district. Designed in collaboration with an internationally renowned jewelry designer, wearing them daily is...
Mr. Short, I just need to take some pictures of you real quick, so you mind stand for me?
That truth, that's too much truth. The year's too much truth in it. The year's old, the year's too much truth away. Too much truth. All allowed the year to go through. Oh, they let the year go through. With the trans.
Hold your hands up and just palm up.
again? No? No, we won't let it go again. We won't let that go, will they? Oh, no. This is no. That's no allowing. It's funny.
Sir, I'm gonna take him along with close police department for the problem solving unit. Take the time to investigate this case, okay? I know, I understand the circumstances, but you okay to talk to me now?
You with their lies, innit?
I know it's a difficult time for you. I just try to ask you a couple questions about, try to recap to me about what occurred from the time that you got home today. Please just walk me through tell me what occurred.
I was driving to the house and I started the garage door up. The car was on. First I thought my wife went to a house on, but I saw the other car was in the driveway. It was gone.
What car is that?
2004 GMC on board.
What color is it?
It's green. We're gonna be driving to White Houses. The brakes are bad. My wife been driving a Volkswagen Beetle, which was in the garage, and it was gone.
What year is that Volkswagen?
It's 2014.
What color is it?
It's silver. The garage is open. The attic door was hanging down, like something in the attic. And we knew something was wrong because my wife's hair cap was outside and the car was parked and I saw some blood. Some arrows from the attic, gold arrows was laying there by the door.
You're wicked.
Something was wrong, so because somebody opened the attic with me. And the door was open, the back door was open.
So scared of truth.
Back door.
Whoa.
And when you say the back door, what door are you talking about?
When you look at the garage door goes to the kitchen. The garage door. The garage door was open up, but the door was in the house.
Okay.
The side door.
Okay. So it was wide open?
Where we are.
So I went in. My wife was laying in the hallway.
Control
Face down.
on Tony. Everything he does.
Stuff scattered everywhere. I checked the Boston.
Now, when you say you check the pulse, what do you check the pulse at?
Keep it in hose where you can control them.
Right order?
Yeah,
that's all that.
Devilish.
Granddaughter
The father's going to get you. He's going to kill you. I promise you. You're trying to kill your child. He'll kill you first. I promise you.
And I started running through the house.
You still want to play games when you know who children are, who they are now. And you still want to play your little pal games.
So I ran back into my room and found him in my bedroom closet.
And you reckon he can play with his children? When the man said I will kill the whole world for his children. It's
I didn't check that house no further.
when he should be attaching himself to
Came back out
trying to
and
stop
I didn't check
them.
him.
So you came back out?
I came back out to my wife.
I tried that. It was preventing him. Good time trying. And you're going to
When
lose
I
your
checked
life.
over him,
You're still
I
there.
couldn't get back out.
You're still there.
And I started trying to call 911. I had a couple minutes.
I don't hear this nonsense. Killing, murdering, raping. That's what he's doing. It's just nonsense in this damn world, man. Just nonsense. I don't want to look at the video. Because you don't want to be about that. Huh?
I'm so sorry, baby. I forgot to be your love. Oh, yeah.
Yo.
I told you.
We're supposed to play music, play song like thing, watch people, take their stuff, all important stuff that they put into it, quickly swiping it and taking it off. They're doing stuff like that because you are a demon, you're a devil, done, and you're getting found out and you look pathetic. People put stuff on it, it's on in the beginning, that's when you get swiped off. Yeah? And they see it. 1 minute it's there, then it's gone. They see it. That's the laughing thing. They see it. It's there 1 minute, that's when it's swiped off. You idiots. That's how embarrassing your thing is. It's falling down, it's breaking down, it's getting dismantled down. The lie that it is. Right? Coming in whiteness. You're a white lie.
I'm so sorry, baby. I forgot to be your love. Oh, yeah. Have I told you, baby, that
It happened to the Jesus child next door. Because we're doing it, it's like, T, look. Do you see it? I said, you see? Now I see what I'm telling you. You said, I see what you're telling me what they're doing to you. So you see it. It's there 1 minute, the Talmud, that's like, whoosh, just gone, like magic. And this is what they're like. Cities of tea, and the whole people see it as well when they watch it. Because 1 minute it's there, and wham, it's just gone. For you to see. This is Father. Because when you do your mistakes, he does it so people can see. You damn tramp. You're playing with Father now, not with Father. He's playing games with you.
I'm so sorry, baby.
When you're trying to hide your nonsense, he shows when you're trying to hide it. He shows you actually trying to hide it, which makes you look even more pathetic. Because you've got no cover now, Satan children. You've got no cover. Every time you try to do something, you get caught doing it. Rasta, you're seeing it. The system can't cover you no more.
I'm so sorry, baby.
All the footprints, getting behind. All the documentation, getting behind.
I told you, baby, I'm sorry. Did I reach out and hold you?
Sherry Lee cool. Just wipe it.
When you need it, you need it. Now I realize that you need love. And I spend my life making love to you. Oh, I forgot to do it.
That's a move.
And I'm so sorry, so sorry, baby.
I know about it. I just swiped it.
I'll take my time to share with you all the burning.
I didn't even read about it.
While lovers get here. And I done little simple things.
What about this one? Because they took it from 5, then you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's all missing. Then it goes from 5 to 14. But in those numbers, what we're missing, it says, a girl at 3 years and 1 day, you're allowed to have sex with her and nothing will happen to you. That's your Talmud, Rasta, right? I mean, that's your Talmud. Not the Torah. Nasty.
I'm so sorry, baby.
I want to try and think about it. It's there to bug with it, and then pull down news, wham! It's swiped. But Father made sure that people could see it's swiped. Made sure you could see it. Made sure you could see it. Right? And the person who put it on there ain't going to swipe it, is it? No, it's the people who run the platform. It's them. They're the devils. They're the ones who make you viral. You do something stupid, they make you viral. And then everyone else to do stupid things, then you get viral and just be an idiot. They're idiot. When you start putting truth on there, what do? Complete opposite. They're idiots. Hiding behind machines and Satan's dance. The Father's here now, so everything you do, he shows the people. You stinking smelly tramp. Right? And aunties that are both white people. Right? And you should be grateful that we're talking, no, don't see them as bad as that. But you're rotten, man. You are. There's only about 1% of you that are really good. But that 1% gets drowned in the 99. You damn tramp.
I'm so sorry, baby.
Not one of your sons do anything to try and put some sort of grace in that pale complexion. Not one of you do. Troublemaker.
I'm so sorry, baby. I forgot to do it. I told you, baby, I'm sorry.
There's no give and take with you.
Did I reach out and hold you in my loving?
20 disgusting things about your son. Now you're putting it. Some people can't know about it. It's trash. And I was only 13 and you're 6 taken out.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that. I'm so sorry, baby.
Nasty.
I'll take my time to share with you.
Talmud.
On the burning.
You're not free. Why not? You swiped it.
And I've done little simple
What they did
things
is so desperate, so they'll just pause it.
to show you
Just how much
just how much I feel.
it's when
got to realize.
We don't want to be with someone before. Why not?
I'm begging you to forgive me.
Right?
I'm begging you to forgive me. I'm got to realize.
Sorry, I think you
Won't you forgive me, baby?
highlight.
Won't you forgive me? I want you to please forgive me. I want you to please forgive me, baby. You see, I want to make it up with you, son. So please
and summer barristers. Women, you damn tramp. You damn tramp. I have no idea. All I know, some of them are nurses, some of them are writer, some of them are barrister, and some are doctor. Who? Independent lady. Why? The sister. Why? What can I say? Yeah, I remember I wrote that lyrics 1999 on a sweatbox. You know when I was in jail? And when I tried to say, you know that lyric's going to be a lick. I said, I know it's good, yeah. The sister, the independent lady. Where? Cha, hope everyone's doing good. I'm ready to relax and I've had a real good day today. I really have, guys. I really have. Made a couple of videos and we learned something today. We learned the Torah, right? I do apologize, guys. We learned the Talmud. It kind of sounds familiar, Tal and Tor. Yeah, I kind of get them mixed up, kind of. But we talk about the Tor, Tal, no, Tal, the Talmud. Yeah, we learned a lot about that today, guys. We learned, right? When we talk about the Talmud, right? Squeaky bum time. This squeaky bum time. No, got that people. I spent my time doing this, you know, right? When did I do this? I did this. Thursday, the 14th of May, I did this, right? And I spent time doing this. But 7 of them has been taken out. Satan took Satan and quickly, because you know how they do it? It's there next week. Wham! You know what I mean? So you have to concentrate. And I wasn't concentrating. I wasn't that sharp when I made this back then. Right? But from 6, right, to 14 is not there. So from 6 to 13, sorry, is not there. And those are the detrimental ones. But I took my time and did, I even highlighted it. And I done it in bows to the people. And the man snatched it out, you know, right? But it's already on there for the people now. And this is what it's writing up this. This is what it's writing up this. This is what it's writing up. I spent my time making it for you. This is what it's writing up. See, look what it done to the screen. See what it done to the screen? You see what it done to the screen? See the power of this thing, guys? You see the power of this thing? See what he's done? You see what he just done? It's the power, guys. No, I'm here to die for this thing. More powerful spirits than you, Bob. You need to remember that. Right, and you can do what you're doing. But do it again. This is what? He's going to do something to the screen now. Look, this is what you don't want you to see. You do something to the screen now. This tramp. You took my time to make this done for the good people. You took my time to make this for the good people. This. And if you look at the numbers, you can see he's took from 5 to 14. The rest is missing. Look at the numbers. Check the numbers. This is what, and look at where you see the highlights. This is the Jesus one. Right, that's the Jesus one, and the top one is the Torah, right? But the highlighted one is the Jesus one, right? When you put poo-poo on Jesus, you lose your power, right? You lose your power, guys, right? And this is what they don't want you to know. And Gentile is you. So after you make a contract with them, this is how the children of Satan keep, and they're doing all this until their son comes, right? Which is the Antichrist. And then after that is the father, well, their father, which is Satan. It's no different from ours, no different. And this is what they're getting ready for their father. This nonsense, because they got the 7 years, remember, and this is it. And I don't know why you're not letting people see it. I keep telling you, Bob, come to the ball. We all want to see what you've got in your closet, right? Because they know what we've got, because we come on there every day and show them what we've got. Even when we're not feeling right. Father says, what do you mean? No, get out. I said, I'm getting there, Father. Don't care what the people don't want to say, what comments they write. We don't read them. Right? But the people need to know, you're not going to like me. Because I'm telling you the truth. And you don't want to hear truth. You want to be in this la-la and dirt. But when we're showing you truth, you want to hate. But it's not my fault. There's children out there that need to know. We're here for infant children. We're not here for adults who know this thing. And this thing is to get children. You read this thing, it's absolutely wicked. It's cruel. It's cruel against humanity. I don't see why you're not fighting for humanity and for children and for white people. This thing is built against white people. What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you? I'm a 70s child of white people. Right? So I'm not going to see anything happen to white people, am I? Don't matter what their sons are doing. They're meant to. It's called hard suffering and longship. But it doesn't mean I'll be horrible to good white people. And this stuff is poison, man. Poison. Right? And it comes from this nonsense here. It's absolute poison. It comes from this rubbish here. This foolishness here. But all you do, you just go, you don't go no further than this. No further than that. That's where that comes from. This. That's where it comes from. Like, you don't start reading all this. Don't talk to yourself with all that nonsense here. You just need to know what's going on here, and that's it, done. And then go and get your power back from Jesus, right? And then go and get your book, which is the Torah. Not this. This is not your book. It's the Talmud. Not this. Proud of beautiful people. Yeah. Weird. You know, Grandma says it. Firm but fair. I said, you're damn right. The Talmud. Not good for humanity. The Talmud. It frightens humanity, miss. It scares children. The damn Talmud. Yeah. Alright, last you. I just do some Matthew reading. You know, Matthew is Jesus. You Matthew reading. Right? For the sons who are always plotting and scheming against good sons. Yo, you need to sort your life out, because everything you seem to be doing, it seems to be coming back on you, and you seem to be showing. And the Talmud proves that, because that is your biggest fear, that people knowing that. And you snatched it at the wrong time, because people are just going to go back, touch it back and see it there and read it. Why is he snatching it? Why are you snatching it? Because everything's coming undone. Your whole lie, your whole white lie is coming undone in front of you, and you've got no money to back it up, to keep the lie afloat. None at all. And you've got so much wickedness coming here, sir. You have no idea. And you still don't want to repent. You still want to try and keep your lie afloat. Yo, you know what people you hurt in that light, that maintaining that white light? You know how much people you've murdered and changed? You brutalized humanity. That's objection. Deny that on the train. That's objection. Deny it. Good white children, 1%'s not enough, right? Because with the other 99%, you get squashed in there. Nobody can see you. And you don't have the voice to speak loud enough. You haven't got that spirit in you to wake up people. Because you're infested with that. And there's too many. You need to fix that first before anyone's going to even listen to anything you say. You need to go back and fix the rest of your lions in there. Because that is the infection to the whole world. And until it apologizes, nobody will do anything with you. And even if you do apologize, they won't have you close in because you're always plotting and scheming to take people's stuff. This is just who you are. You're always jealous of what people's got and plot and scheme to take it. This is just who you are. So people don't even want you around them. In your system, it's your nature. That's your nature. Raw skill is skill. That's your nature. And you should make more sense of it. That's your nature. Let's do rock stay. The truth dance. The whole world is true dance. That's what you show them. What you are. Wow. Wow. And you make me show you. Wow. Wow! You know when I see the Bible, I go, wow! When I see the Bible, I'm like, wow! Let's do rocksteady. Yeah. You've got to do this new dance. Know that you're ready. You've got to do it just like know that you know. That's right. No quantity for the Almighty. Oh, His Son. Why not listen to Him? Let's do rocksteady. You've got to do this new dance. Know that you're ready. You've got to do it just like Rub out your machine. You're wow. Okay, whoa. Wow. Whoa to you. Always around in this town. Going around in this town. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Yeah, always around, round in this town, going around, round in this town. Yeah, I'm talking about on my shoe, so man, on my knee, so man, at my door. Yeah, always around, round in this town, going around, round in this town. Yeah, I'm talking about this only keep it high, keep it with my heart. We would just keep always around, round in this town, going around, round in this town. The children, right? This only keep it one, keep it not under one. Yeah, always around, round in this town, going around, round in this town. Yeah, I'm talking about on my shoe, on my knee, love suffering and action. Always around in this town, moving around in this town. Yeah, I'm talking about this only. Well, that's my one. I'll give him one now. That's done. Yeah, always around in this town, going around in this town, right? Yeah, I'm talking about this old day. This old day. Sunshine, blue skies, please go away. My girl's from the north and gone away. With the future, my life is filled with you. So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you, life sounds strange. I know to you, life sounds strange. kept to crying, 'cause crying is a pain. Even this hurt I feel inside, words cannot explain. Sunshine, my girl's coming home and home with you. With her in the future, my life is still with you. So day after day, I stay locked in my room. I know you, I so strange. I know you, I so strange. Oh, I wish it would rain. Oh, I wish it would rain. Oh, I wish it would rain, rain, rain. Hurt so badly. I don't like to go outside through the day, but everyone knows mommy ain't supposed to cry. Now listen, I have to cry. Why? 'Cause crying is a pain. Even this hurt I feel inside, words couldn't explain. Oh, I wish it would rain. Oh, I wish it would rain.
Right, last tune. I'm gonna eat that food and just chill out. I'm gonna do Jesus as well. The Mattia. I'm on the Marian now, innit? Marian, and I learnt that King Herod is an Edomite. Didn't know that. And Miriam is Mary. It's not Mary, it's Mary Ann. It's a Hebrew name. It's not Mary. It's not Mary. It's not Mary. Ah, Jamestown. You put that. Yeah, that's what you should put instead. Yeah, put that there instead. Take it back out. I was going to put that there. I know. He didn't even want the years just for people to work it out. No, I noticed that. Yeah, they're dangerous, bro. They know exactly the years and all that. I said, no, we can't put that on there. See how wicked these people are? See how wicked they are? All the truth that Paul's reading. Oh no, you can't put those years on there. What, 1619 to 2019? What, the White Lion? Why not? Shit, White Lion, but why not? He doesn't want the dates on there. He doesn't mind the name, but he doesn't want the date. 1619 to 2019. He doesn't want that on there. So all you could squeeze on there was 1619. He wouldn't let you put the 29 because people would work it out. Just wicked. Just absolute wickedness. So we know who the real criminal is now, innit? Now we know who the real criminals are now. We certainly do. And people are not stupid, are they? Far from it, then. And you keep hiding truth. Keep concentrating on everything we do. Every little thing. But this is your whole system. Got to keep us down, otherwise when we rise, that system crumbles, because you built it on us. Don't forget that. Cabot Circus. Don't forget that. Edward Colston. Don't forget. Francis Drake. Don't forget. Christopher Columbus. Don't forget. All these wicked bad names.
Thank you.
I'm going to sleep now, right? I'm going to sleep tomorrow, right?
Perfect. I'm going to finish out the next week.
Alright, bro. I'll see you when I see you, bro. Take it easy, then. Me good son. Yeah, I'm having early night. I'm a good boy, innit? I get this nuts inside me. I'm a good boy. I had a good day today as well. Really have had a good day. And I've learned about Esau and the Talmud. Strike the nerve, innit? We stay there. Well, you should be good to Gentiles, shouldn't you? Because they've done so much wicked stuff for you, and it's how you pay them back. And they can repent. Is what we're telling them. We're not going to hold no grudges against you. Just repent and get away from these fools and start doing the right thing, and you'll be alright. And you'll be alright. Beautiful children, because we've all been lied to. Remember that. We've all been lied to. All been told to turn against each other and get paid for it. I don't know why you did it though, because we never did it, not once. Why would we do that? Why would you do that? That is stupid. Right, come on, finish now. Finish. Right, last tune. Alright, we'll put it there. And we'll put it there. That's it. You know, if I say hot drink, you know the hot drink, the coffee and the honey. And just chill out now. I got you for there, put you over there. Right guys, hope everyone's doing good in the biblical neighborhood. All children finding their way back home. Can't beat it, can you? I know you're being nice to your parents, but I can feel it. I know you're being a bit gentle. No, not being a bit. You're being nice to your damn parents. Yes, sir. We think this is damn fool. Well, they're gonna have to pay you to be. Don't bother. You stupid idiot. I'll do this, I'll sweep the stairs, I'll do the dishes, pay me a tenner. Don't do the dishes, don't feed the child, don't feed it. Well, that's a child infected by the system. I only do else for it if you pay me. Kick the thing out, man. Because it needs to appreciate the simple things. Because they're not teaching you that, they're teaching you to go for big things, and your bum's not even clean. You don't even know how to clean your butt, but you know how to go for big things. They're not, no, they start from the beginning now. And you get the basics right first. Then you can go for other things. Damn fool. And they don't even teach you anything, because all you do is steal. And then our children are murdering and raping. Our children are doing this, not the grown-ups, our children. Because monkey see, monkey do. Understand? Monkey see, monkey do. What about children are great imitators, so you need to give them something to imitate? What about all these things? Didn't you get grown up this way? Well, how did you get dragged up then? If you didn't get brought up. Who dragged you up? Huh? You cretin. You rascal. Huh? I bet you know how to pick a pocket or two though, didn't you? You damn bastard, you. I have no idea about these children now. And they want to try to be no better. They don't want to blame the system or blame their parents. It's not me. It's not you though, is it? It's not you. It's never you. That is that system infected you to never take blame for your own footprints. Rest there.
Just ease everybody's story.
still got a and still have a you got the worst disease you can do, right? You don't multiply. Your bills in, your men can't get out. They're actually nice for all you. You sort of concentrate on being right? And give it away their children to know. You don't get racist and don't have very sick because you need to multiply. You're not looking after children. It's the same God secure your race. And it's controlled by who? The Talmud. And the Talmud doesn't like you. As you can tell, as a really true what people don't realize about it. Seeing it in Asian color and the rest of it. You don't multiply it. You don't think hospitals do it. You don't see what's going on. That's what you raise them. So if you don't get the children say, you know, you're not buying it, you're not. Tonight. But he's putting everything on you. He's putting everything on you guys. And he just takes it and he's like the simple. Rule Britannia, I don't think this is in the name. Rule Britannia. And it all. And sold it. And sold it, yes. And now you're dependent on other countries. So read that and there's every place to say, well, let our people come in, let's get this and get that. Because now you can't survive unless we keep you gas. You stupid tramp. We'll sell the best resources of it. Idiots. That's a stupid chap. Children. Now crime. And when I was speaking, they're going to take our things off. But when you put your own rubbish on the slave and whatever, you get your place to be viral and stupidness, because it's your platform. It's damn full. And sometimes you come out into the toilet.
Hello, Tony.
Yeah, and sometimes you come out into the toilet. It's so bad.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, good timing, good timing.
Perfect. You alright, bro?
Yeah, I'm sweet, bro. I'm on a real good side. We'll chin out there with my Bible. Just chin out, bro.
Perfect.
I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Let me grab two seats for you.
Two
seats.
Take whatever you want, take more.
Yeah. No, just. Alright, cool. Alright, cool.
I'll see you tomorrow, yeah?
Alright, okay, good night.
You as well, bro. Right, yeah, buddy, yes. I gotta finish that food. Nice. I like the season that we know. Nice. Tomorrow we can upset that cheese. I like that cheese stuff. Nice. That's what cheese stuff. The cheese is good too. Cheese with smart. Good neighbors, good Bible, good music, good Jesus. Yo, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll be using a rush. You got some, you don't have to do this bathroom a bit more. I'll be using a rush.
Oh, there's water.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have to put it in the corner. Yeah, yeah. Cheers, bro. That's okay. That's okay.
Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins.
It's like sure.
My friend, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend.
Me too.
It only costs you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me.
The sideshow.
See the man with the broken heart, you see that he is sad. He's been so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she's ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears. See the girl who's collecting broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest never sure another land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by.
Last tune.
Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins.
My friend.
My friend,
Wait.
stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. It only costs you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, see that he is sad. He's had so bad. See the girl who was lost the only love she's ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears. See the girl who's collecting broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest never sure another land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step
Not interfering with people's children. No. Leave the damn animals alone as well. And not the other secret stuff that you're doing. Just no. Just stop it. You're going to bring them stuff to children. You damn tramp. You just lost your way, man. Parents look out for children. And when people are doing stuff like that, parents normally beat them up. Where I come from, in the 70s, you couldn't do that around children. You're mad. Parents they go crazy then. Damn fool. There's no protection now for us. None at all. No protection for us children, no more. Because these adults have sold out them. That's what they've done, and they know they have. Right? You know you have. But you can't survive. Because it's hard to do the basics. Everything's hard. You're going to try long suffering. You're going to try long suffering, love. Just stay there.
Or don't say. But what I would say is politicians have a level of responsibility. They have
a joke, guys.
I don't know where to start.
For children.
You already have.
You do, what's this now? Children in need. It's an insult to children. You cannot be doing children in need and stuff like that when you say, we don't protect children. It's just, it's... Let's try again. You cannot come up with a teddy bear and be all caring with a teddy bear and children when you've stated we don't protect them. Until you fix that law, then you will never be protecting children. And you won't fix it, will you? So don't talk to us about children at all, you... Oh, God's sake. I mean, goodness sake, I didn't wonder why Father chucks things in the wind with your name on it.
Be someone a child can talk to. Search BBC Children in Need to find out how.
Disinformation. You think you're winning. Fooling people in the most sophisticated ways.
That's your system. Fooling people in the most sophisticated way. I couldn't have said it no sweeter. That is your system. And the people who are doing it now, learn it from you. Learn it from you. This is your world, your system. This is what you teach people. You don't teach them nothing else because you don't know nothing else.
Disinformation. You think you're winning. Fooling people in the most sophisticated ways. But it's because of you we get up in the morning and work through the night 24/7. So no matter how hard it gets, we'll always pursue the truth. The fight for truth is on.
In mainstream media, there is no truth at all. In mainstream media, none at all. None. The only truth you get with that is something that's live. There is no truth in mainstream media. None at all. And the only reason why we watch it is so we can counteract the lies. There is no truth in it at all. Not one bit of it is true. Not one bit of it is true. Apart from anything that's live. Nothing in that thing is truth, man. We only watch it so we know what they're lying about.
But it's because of you we get up in the morning and work through the night 24/7. So no matter how hard it gets, we'll always pursue the truth. The fight for truth is on.
Like Donald Trump's Truth Social.
This is BBC One in the West. Now the news with Amanda Parr and Clive Myrie.
At 10, an apology from the Chief Constable of Hampshire Police over the circumstances surrounding the death of Henry Novak. Officers didn't believe the 18-year-old when he said he'd been stabbed and went ahead and handcuffed him as he lay in agony on the ground.
I look at that video and I'm distressed by that video, of course I am. But we've said that we're sorry for handcuffing and arresting Henry.
Because we say we're sorry, it's all right. And this is how this system has got you. Because they don't say this. It's built like that. So if we do say we're sorry, then everything is all right. Because we as white men have said we're sorry. Yo, Jamaican would tell you, say, sorry, can't even buy a toy soldier lorry. Right? So what are you coming with your sorry for? Again, Jamaicans say, the team can't even buy a toy soldier lorry. When you want to come with your sorry, like, because we've said sorry, you know, everything's all right now because we've said sorry. This is the mentality of these horrible sons now. Because they don't admit to anything, remember? So if they do admit, that means that it's really, really bad and they've got no other choice. And, you know, we need to really be grateful and gracious because they've said sorry. I've never heard so much ridiculousness in my whole life. Never at all. And it's these white sons again, man. In uniform this time now. Failing in uniform. Anything you put these sons in, they will fail. They're cursed, man. Because of the forefathers and the women they come out of. They are cursed of what they've done to the nation and what they continue to keep doing. And you sold out yourself to Esau. Look how he writes about you in the Talmud. You sold yourself out. You got no gas, you got no electric, you sold it to other countries now. You sold your country out, bro. It's all about your people who need the gas and electric, and you sold it out to other countries. Your damn sons again. You don't see Russia or anyone else selling their stuff, do you? You don't see no other country, France, where they're selling their gas and electric. And then we have to buy it back at extortion prices. That's done.
Clive Myrie.
At 10, an apology from the Chief Constable of Hampshire Police over the circumstances surrounding the death of Henry Novak. Officers didn't believe the 18-year-old when he said he'd been stabbed and went ahead and handcuffed him as he lay in agony on the ground.
I look at that video and I'm distressed by that video, of course I am. But we've said that...
Yeah, but the question is, right, when you handcuffed him, did you cut him off and put him in a van, like a sweatbox? Or did you realise and then put him in the ambulance? Or did he just die there on the floor? You're not explaining that sentence properly. You're not finishing it off. Because all we're seeing is the boy on the floor, cuffed. Oh, hands at the back towards it more difficult. Being stabbed, dying, and breathing. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So we want to know from there what happened there afterwards. We don't know if you put him up, put him in a sweatbox, or did you call for an ambulance, or did he just die on the spot with the cuffs on him? You're not saying what happened there. We want to know what happened. We want to know if you got it ridiculously wrong. You put him in a sweatbox and he died in the sweatbox, or did he die on the floor? We want to know. We want to know now because you got it horrendously wrong. Just because somebody said, I'm holy, well, I've got a turban on. I don't start with being a turban. I can tell you that is only for Hebrew sons, and you didn't have Yahuwah's name in gold on it. Right? So when these police are seeing you, and you say, white boy's racist to me. Because he looks holy. It's got to be racist. And you got it completely wrong. He tricked you. The guy tricked you. Because if you didn't listen to his words, you see that he's one of them sons who is just rotten. You would have seen that just by the way he speaks. He's one of them children who thinks he's a rude boy. But you would have known that. If you knew his streets, you stupid police people. You just looked at him before he was holy. He didn't even speak to you and say the guy's lying. He didn't even had a conversation with him. He said the child's lying. And you're like, oh, let me just see if he's lying. What do you mean, let me just see if he's lying? Or who else can see if he's lying? I mean, and this is your own English son as well. Your own English son. You couldn't even see if he got stabbed. But you're so concerned about the boy says he's a holy saint. And I bet you as a police would have even been to church before. Right, but it's that system. It's that system and this damn religion nonsense. And you put the religion before your own child. That's what you done, Rasta.
This is BBC One in the West. Now the news with Amanda Parr and Clive Myrie.
At 10, an apology from the Chief Constable of Hampshire Police over the circumstances surrounding the death of Henry Novak.
What child?
Officers didn't believe the 18-year-old when he said he'd been stabbed and went ahead and handcuffed him as he lay in agony on the ground.
I look at that video and I'm distressed by that video, of course I am. But we've said that we're sorry for handcuffing and arresting Henry. You know, that shouldn't happen.
So that's all right. You said yourself.
Also tonight, 3 Royal Navy personnel have died in a helicopter crash during a training exercise in Devon. Ukraine launches an attack on Russia's second city of St. Petersburg as it hosts a major international gathering. And And another one bites the dust of Roland Garros as the women's world number one, Aryna Sabalenka, is beaten in the quarterfinals of the French Open.
In the West, more on the deaths of the 3 Navy personnel believed to be based at RNAS Yeovilton, who died in a helicopter crash during a training exercise, and the man who retrieves stolen motorbikes and reunites them with their owners. We're with you at 10:30.
They don't want to talk about their sons doing it. They have to tell you about the crime and the message. Not about the waste man that he is. And the way that you just treat him like he's some lord or king. That's what we call him, lord and servant.
To you, it is a murder that's captured the attention of the nation and its political class, with the full circumstances surrounding the killing of Henry Novak still under investigation.
It's got to be sons who tell you this, because women can't tell you this, because you just end up killing her, you damn tramp. It's got to be sons who tell you you're an embarrassment to us, man. You certainly are. You're an embarrassment to us sons. Because you can't even do the basics, man. So you go around hurting humanity just for Esau. That damn Talmud. Ain't you ashamed of the Talmud?
However, today, the Chief Constable of Hampshire Police apologised to the 18-year-old's family over the way he was handcuffed and arrested as he lay dying. But what exactly do we know for sure about that night last December when Henry was fatally stabbed?
You're the children's slave.
Well, he'd been on a night out with his football team at the end of his first term at university. Henry left his halls of residence at 8:30 and met friends. He arrived at the Hobbit Park just after 10:30, but he didn't stay long, heading home around half an hour later. In court, the judge said Henry had been drinking, but he wasn't drunk. And as he walked down Belmont Road in Southampton, he was on Snapchat, sending messages and videos. At the same time, Vikram Digwa was heading towards him. He was in possession of 2 knives, a small ceremonial one and another much larger blade, which was clearly visible. As they passed each other, Henry filmed Digwa and asked him, "Are you a bad man?"
"I
am a bad man," came the reply. Then Digwa grabbed Henry. As they passed, Digwa was heading towards him. He was in possession of 2 knives, a small ceremonial one and another much larger blade, which was clearly visible. As they passed each other, Henry filmed Digwa and asked him, "Are you a bad man?" "I am a bad man," came the reply. Then Digwa grabbed Henry's phone and stabbed him several times with the larger blade. 2 minutes later, this 999 call was made by Digwa's brother.
It's emergency.
Yeah, we just been attacked by someone racially.
This is a lie, right?
The police arrived in 20 minutes with Henry lying on the ground in pain in front of this house, pleading for help, as Digwa continued to lie.
No.
Well, we'll have more on the political fallout and the drama in the Commons today as leaders traded blows over the wider ramifications of this tragedy. But first, Lucy Manning has our top story tonight and a warning. It contains extremely distressing scenes from the very beginning of the moments leading up to his death.
Devastating video of Henry Novak's last moments. No dignity in death. Just the strength to tell officers again and again, I
can't. It's all
can't.
about chucking us in the river. About no dignity in death. Just be quiet, you lot, man. You gotta like you're really compassionate in things that happen to wicked people, to good people. Sorry, when you are the cause of it all. You chuck children in the river. Don't forget that. You chuck children in the river and you give children to Moloch and you burn children. So don't come on there like you all, and you set laws that don't protect children. So stop coming on like you're caring and all that nonsense stuff. And you can't even put a law in to look out for kids. You're a joke, man. And this is why Father's going to come and get you. And this is all people are speaking to you about. Your system is a joke. It doesn't carry humanity. It brutalizes it, though. For these paedophile men. That's all it's for. You damn fool.
Top story tonight and a warning that contains extremely distressing scenes from the very beginning of the moments leading up to Henry Novak's death.
Devastating video of Henry Novak's last moments. No dignity in death. Just the strength to tell officers again and again, I can't breathe.
We didn't see that. He was on the floor. They dragged him up like that. And God, I didn't see that bit. Right, so they put him in cuffs. Look. Oh, he's on the floor injured. He's stabbed, don't forget. So he's on the floor injured. And they just cuffed. Oh, I didn't see that bit.
And I've been stabbed.
Look.
only for them to disbelieve him,
Look you up, mate.
taking
you
his
up,
murderer's
mate.
word and handcuffing
Look
Henry.
at that, man. Look at
The force's chief constable spoke for the first time since Vikram Digwa.
We want to know, did you put him in the sweatbox after? That's what we want to know. So did he die in the sweatbox? Because if you'd have put him in the ambulance and listened to him, that boy would have lived, man.
Was found guilty.
You cannot watch that footage and not be moved by the tragedy happening and unfolding in your eyes.
But we said sorry.
You can't.
But we said sorry.
I'm affected by it. Everyone's affected by it. You know, to the family, you know, what would I say to the family? I'm so sorry you've had to go through this. And again, and I don't think sometimes it's cutting through, we are saying sorry for handcuffing and arresting Henry. We are genuinely saying that. You know, I hope the conviction, the killer in court is at least some, you know, some comfort to the family.
There have been accusations that the officers believed Digwa because he falsely claimed Henry had racially attacked him.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, a little bit.
When you look at that video, what do you think of the actions of your officers?
So officers have to respond to really difficult, unpredictable situations.
That was calm.
And we need them to do that day in, day out. There is a process for understanding what they did and why they did it, and that's the independent investigation that needs to be effective, so that we can be held to account in a fair process. I think what I'm concerned about at the moment is people are prejudging it and using this situation to propagate violence.
But do you look at that video and think my officers did the right thing there?
I look at that video and I'm distressed by that video, of course I am. But we've said that we're sorry for handcuffing and arresting Henry. You know, that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened.
Henry's family said the way police treated him was inhumane and degrading. Others have called it two-tier policing, where one group is treated differently to another.
Bad thing you do, that system just covers you.
Policing. I see officers out there day in, day out doing their job for all communities, looking after people, policing are out for your favour. I don't recognise two-tier policing.
Despite Henry's family calling for the student's death not to trigger tension or hatred, there were clashes between protesters, some including the far right, and the police in Southampton last night.
We had people arrive in Southampton clearly intent with violence and to cause damage. I feel really sorry for our communities that they're experiencing this, that they're deserving.
Do you think the words of some politicians like Nigel Farage, when he talks about demonstrating pure cold rage, have helped the policing job that you need to do on the streets?
It's not for me to comment on wickedness, as people can see, as everyone can see.
But what I would say is politicians have a
now you white boys have been enjoying it all your life, though. Never done a day's work in your life.
Safely
You
say
had that
most
system to hide behind.
politicians would not want to have seen that violence and that disorder happening on our streets.
As forces look again at the way they police and the politicians debate, it's the Novak family left without their son, who want answers
never
and
existed
lasting
until white
change
people
for
come around.
Henry. Lucy Manning,
Never
BBC
existed,
News.
bro.
More from Lucy a little later, but Henry Novak's death and how he was treated by the police sparked a huge political debate at Prime Minister's questions today. Chris Mason is at Westminster, and it was a moment for reflection and recrimination today, Chris.
It was, Clive, yeah, both of those things, with a central question.
Who had to kill, murder, and barbarically
how helpful,
massacre people
how
to get this
inevitable is it that people would want to express an anger at what had happened, and particularly from our political leaders. But what we saw today was a political judgment call.
You curse, guys. You curse. You curse. You curse. You robbed, you murdered, you stole for it. So it's cursed. It's cursed, and people are moving away from it. The system, moving away from it now. Just living with the faith. That system is no good. You're dying that system now. It doesn't serve what it's meant to serve, which is nothing. Just Satan children. And it wasn't even allowed to be built in the first place. You built that for your killing father's dream and killing other people. And then putting all these Romans here. Putting all these Romans here who don't know how to survive. Who are men from caves. They're cavemen, these men. Their behaviour is cavemen behaviour. Swapping your women for items is cavemen behaviour. turning into race, everything into race. It's caveman behaviour. These are cavemen. Don't wash, don't cook cavemen. These are cavemen, Rasta.
Considerably worse.
When I come into
if the public lose trust in being treated fairly by the police, can he take some action, end this divisive practice of two-tier policing, and make sure that all British citizens are treated the same?
Mr. Speaker, I don't believe there's two-tier policing in this country.
It's all right to be this way.
I'm really shocked that he pretends to have respect for Henry's family and then acts in this way. They have lost their son in the most appalling circumstances. They make a simple plea of us as human beings to please not exploit that. His response has been to appeal for rage. Rage. It shows exactly who he is.
Now, the arithmetic of the House of Commons meant that Mr Farage faced a near unanimous wall of opposition. You could hear it there. The wider question beyond Westminster is how much support or otherwise his stance attracts. And then, of course, Clive, there are the wider questions, yes, for political leaders, for police leaders too, and for society, which is what longer-term reflections have taken from what we've seen in the last few days, and what lessons are learned.
All right, Chris, thank you. Chris Mason, our political editor, live at Westminster.
To the eyeballs. Then you want to put
Well, in Southampton, residents have been clearing up after last night's protests in which Hampshire police say 11 officers were injured. Duncan Kennedy has spent the day there speaking to people who took part in the demonstration and members of the local community, and he joins us now live. Duncan.
And you need women to multiply.
Well, Clive, we're at the junction where the worst of the violence took place. Henry died just along here, and Digwar lived just along here. Now, it's been calm here all day, and it's calm here again tonight. And as you said, there's been lots of cleaning up going on, and lots of questions being asked about how this kind of trouble could have started against the explicit wishes of Henry's family. For a while, it was vicious, widespread and sustained. Violence spreading across residential streets near where Henry Novak was murdered and towards the home of his killer, Vikram Digwar. This social media video captures one man holding the legs of a broken chair. He rushes forward, and along with another man holding a brick, they throw them at the police. We met the chair thrower today. He refused to be identified and claims his overtly violent actions against retreating police officers was justified. What you did was directly in contradiction to what the family wanted. Mark Novak, Henry's dad, said he didn't want any tensions to rise.
Yeah, with marches, no matter what type of march you're doing it for, it does, majority of it does get out of hand. It wasn't the right way, but you sometimes have to kind of take the approach that people don't want to take.
Why have you become violent in the wake of a very violent, tragic incident for this family?
It's supposed to be protecting.
Because they're violent, bro. This is who they are. You can't bring no peace to these people. You bring it to them, they're like, what are you on about? We don't do peace. So here we go again.
I heard a rumour that the CIA poisoned my granddad. This might just be the craziest story I've ever reported.
What's this one? Have you seen this one? Let me see. I don't think so. I don't see this one, guys. The British murder.
Violent crimes committed.
Now, with so many similarities, elderly couples.
Suicide. Two husbands who had killed their wives. Violent crimes. Two husbands who had killed their wives and then committed suicide.
Murder-suicide cases of elderly couples. With so many similarities in such a small geographical area. There was blood everywhere.
Yes.
It was awful, and it was 100% not expected what I was going to find.
what actually happened in that bedroom, for me, borders on sadistic.
It did look like a double murder.
What's caused them to go down this sudden, violent track?
Was it really a murder-suicide?
Or were they double murders, and were they connected?
We have a long way to go in the fight against coronavirus. Lockdown measures will remain in place for the foreseeable future in order to prevent a sudden rise in infection rates. The warning...
It was roughly about April 2020 when Britain was going through the coronavirus lockdowns. Like anybody else, I was working from home and I got a call and they said, I've got sight of a report and it's come from within Cheshire Police's coroner's office, and it's essentially a review of 2 murder-suicides that occurred in Wilmslow in the 90s. And I think you should take a look, because what the review finds is quite remarkable. I remember reading it in one single sitting, you know, from start to finish. I read the entire thing without a break because I was just stunned. Firstly, that this report came from within Cheshire Police, and secondly, because it absolutely flew in the face of what Cheshire Police said had happened in both of those cases. And for those reasons, I knew that we had to investigate. Howard and B. Ainsworth were an elderly married couple. They'd been married for years and years.
Let me hear what happened here. Take it back a bit now. Right,
I think you should take a look, because what the review finds is quite remarkable. I remember reading it in one single sitting, you know, from start to finish. I read the entire thing without a break because I was just stunned. Firstly, that this report came from within Cheshire Police, and secondly, because it absolutely flew in the face of what Cheshire Police said had happened in both of those cases. And for those reasons, I knew that we had to investigate. Howard and B. Ainsworth were an elderly married couple. They'd been married for years and years. Howard was a parks gardener, so he worked for the local authority. B, his wife, worked for a funeral parlour that was used by a lot of people in Wilmslow. And they were a really affectionate couple. On Saturday the 27th of April 1996, Howard was in the garden, so he was mowing his lawn, and the neighbour saw him. They had a chat in the garden together, and Howard was in good form. B had a bit of a stomach bug, he said. She was in bed, but she was getting better, and there was no real issue. Little did the neighbour know she'd be the last person to see either of them alive.
In the UK, SIM cards and expensive monthly bills are about to become a thing of the past. Since free internet technology already exists, why keep letting monthly bills hold you hostage? Check out this pocket-sized device. It's a satellite Wi-Fi hub that completely bypasses all traditional UK mobile networks. No annoying credit checks, no sneaky April price hikes, and absolutely no hidden...
In 1996, I was a police officer for Cheshire Constabulary. I was 25 years of age. I was actually due to go off duty at 12 o'clock on that date. And then over the radio, it just said, could you just do a quick welfare check on an elderly couple on Gravel Lane? Neighbours phoned through, said they're a bit concerned because they hadn't seen their neighbour since yesterday. When I got to the address, the neighbour looked extremely anxious. She pointed up to the window and she said to me that the creatures of habit, their curtains are still closed, it's almost lunchtime, and this is so unusual. And my colleague told me that the rear door was open. Looked round the house, there was nothing obvious, looked downstairs, checked the living room, checked the kitchen. Started to go up the stairs, and I got to about 3 or 4 steps to the top of the stairs, and my colleague noticed a note. It said, "Do not resuscitate." And I looked sort of to my right, and in the master bedroom, the door was ajar, and I could see there was like a pair of legs and what looked like another pair of legs on a bed. My God, it was awful. As I looked at the first victim, she had like a knife stuck in her head and like a pillow sort of draped over her, and there was just blood everywhere. And I looked across to the husband, and he had like a plastic bag on his head, eyes wide open and clearly dead. And then like, after a couple of seconds, your professionalism kicks in, because I thought, well, they're clearly beyond help, so we just methodically looked in each room, and when they went into the bathroom, there was a hammer in the sink. Given the whole enormity of the scene, I just think that's clearly been involved in some way.
The detectives searched the room and they found on the side there was what looked like a suicide note written by Howard, basically saying this is how he would have killed his wife. So the police notified their son, and he was shown the resuscitation note. It's not spelt correctly, but he said that looked like his dad's handwriting. When questioned by the police, he did confirm that Howard and B had this belief in euthanasia, and that they were signed up to the Euthanasia Society. They had membership. The core belief of euthanasia is dignity in death. So it's the ability to make the choice yourself. And I guess that all supported the police's theory that this was a murder-suicide. But this was not a death with dignity. On every level, it didn't really match what the Euthanasia Society said euthanasia should be.
Against the people that you hurt. God's sake, mate. I mean, who's sake, sorry.
In 1996, I was based at Macclesfield Police Station. As senior coroner's officer, I ran a team of coroner's officers, and over the years, we must have dealt with about 75,000 cases. I had been away on holiday and came into the office on the Monday morning, and I was going through all my mail, and in an envelope were these crime scene photographs. The first book of photographs of Mr. Ainsworth, and I noticed that he had a plastic bag over his head and his eyes were wide open. And then I looked at the photographs of Mrs. Ainsworth and was absolutely horrified by the amount of violence used. And also there's a lot of blood around her And I thought, I can't remember seeing any blood of any note on Mr. Ainsworth. So I thought, this doesn't seem right. I contacted the scenes of crime officer and I asked him if there had been any bloodstained clothing anywhere. And he said, no. I said, did you look in the bins? Did you look, in the kitchen, outside? And he said, yes, we looked on all of those places. And he remarked to me then that, yes, it was a strange one really, because the senior officer had instructed them to clean down the walls and clean up the room because it was too distressing for the family to see. And I said, really? And then I said, did you fingerprint the hammers? There were 2 hammers. No. Did you fingerprint the knife? No. So I was in a bit of a dilemma, really. I didn't know really what I should do about this. And I raised my concerns to the police. I got the impression that they were taking on board what I was saying, but nothing else happened.
To all intents and purposes, for Cheshire Police, this was case closed. They cleaned the entire house, which means getting rid of all the evidence in that bedroom before they'd even carried out the post-mortem. They'd found the culprit. It was Howard.
This is a portable mini air conditioner that you can carry with you, providing cool air just like a full-size air conditioner. It is battery powered, so you don't have to worry about high electricity bills. You can easily take it anywhere.
Let's chill out now, guys.
That get all this experience of all these different kinds of deaths of one sort or another.
The questions that she raises are really important. I think it's quite right that if she was troubled, she should have asked the questions.
What troubles me about these cases is they're so violent and so similar and so close to one another in time and geographically that it just seems unlikely that you'd get 2 murder-suicides like this. And I think it would be worthy of a reinvestigation or review. Perhaps with all of the evidence, not just the bits that I've had, but all of the evidence that's available. Because it would be terrible if this were nothing to do with murder-suicide, but this was actually a double murder. You've got a killer on the loose.
We can't do anything
But that's not the end of the story, because I did do a search for other potentially linked cases, and I found 3 more cases.
There's no humanity in you, lot. None at all. You come from savage background. That's where you come from.
And to my horror, I found that they were all in the northwest of England.
Don't forget these things, though. And then you're calling people Nick, not Gollywog. And listen to the words that you come out with, man. Listen to you. Listen to the words that come out your mouth, man. Because of your white rage.
After everything that's happened, I still believe there's a serial offender out there that's not been caught. And despite everything that's happened to me, I don't regret writing that report.
Serial offender in this white word. That's I don't know. I've never seen that one. I'm not sure.
Houston police have learned the identity of a deceased female found at 1000 Red Hall Lane.
The naked body was discovered by the roadside.
This Sharky was killed on the night of November 20th.
I don't business about what happens in your America, mate. I don't give a 2 toots.
They are the murders that shook the nation.
The savagery of this murder has shocked even the most hardened detectives.
He was attacked by this bus stop by a racist mob.
This flat was the scene of a horrific killing.
For decades, the truth lay hidden and the killers evaded justice.
Take care of yourselves, man.
Until one woman.
Take care of yourselves, guys, if there's anyone still listening. I didn't even realise this thing was still on. Alright, go and take care of yourselves, guys. And make sure you're doing alright. And tomorrow is another day. And remember, you were all loved. Don't forget these things, then. Don't forget that. You're all loved. Alright? And take care of yourselves and go get some rest. Alright? And then we just do it again tomorrow. You get me, guys? We just do it all again tomorrow. In the name of Jesus Christ and in the name of Yeshua and Yahuwah, right? And the name of love. And don't forget, look after your parents. Go and check on your parents, see if they're alright. Just give them that love in it. And they say, what you keep checking on me for? Just say, T said, this love inside me. I've got something inside me. And it says to check on your parents. Make sure you do that. And your grandparents, especially them. They're just like magnet to steel. Make sure you're in tune with your parents and your grandparents. And that will get you through quicker, right? And every elder is your grandparents, right? Don't forget that, all right? So, you guys, take care. We love you. Bye. Bye. Right.